everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and before I get started, I just want to say if you're in the US, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. We've got Thanksgiving coming up in 2 days, so I hope everyone's enjoying time with family and friends everywhere in the world, but especially as we're getting ready to celebrate this wonderful holiday about giving thanks for everything that we've been blessed for. On that note, today I have a little bit of a different video for you. I was selected by Athina Kakou, who is the one of the people that was behind the Smiley patterns and the Smiley magazine and the whole Smiley movement, the Sewing Makes You Love Yourself movement from last year. She released her own line of patterns earlier this year and selected me, amongst many others, to review one of her patterns for the month of November. So for the month of November, her pattern was her newest Nikki cardigan that I think she released in October, if I'm not mistaken, and just asked some YouTubers and bloggers and influencers, I guess, in general, to make up the pattern, review it, and give their opinions on their social media accounts. So I was given this pattern for free. I will tell you that right up here at the front, but all opinions are definitely my own. I was very excited. This is my very first Athina Kakou. I totally might be pronouncing her name incorrectly. Kakou. Sorry. Anyway, I'll have a link to all of this down below. But this was my first of her patterns to make. I hadn't made any of the Smiley patterns yet or any of her other patterns in her range. So I was very excited to dig in and to try this one out. I, from the get-go, thought this one was adorable. I love the crossover wrap detail on it. I will pop a picture of what the pattern kind of looks like. There are a couple different views. There's a longer one and a shorter one. I made the shorter one. And in this wonderful fabric, and I'll talk about the fabric here in a minute as well. But I did the short one only because I have some longer. I've got a Blackwood cardigan and I've got my new Mimi G Duster cardigan that are kind of a longer line cardigan, and thought it might be kind of fun to try a shorter one. So I made, I think it's view 1 of that, the shorter version. I did a size 16 and did my normal, I think I made the size 8, I think. Maybe the smallest size, the 4, in the shoulder, and in the neck, and then graded out to the 16 and through the arm's eye and into the sides, because that's just kind of a normal adjustment for me. My first impressions of the pattern, I was very impressed with her instructions. They were very thorough, very detailed. This is a very simple make, but even so, if you were brand new to sewing with knits or brand new to making a cardigan, I think you would find these to be very informative. She also does sew-alongs for all of her patterns on her YouTube channel. So I think that as well for beginners is super helpful. So I would definitely recommend these Athina Kakou patterns for anyone that's a brand new seamstress. I also found the drafting to be wonderful. It was very true to size, exactly what the size chart had said. Everything fit together, all the pieces fit together. Yeah, I loved the pattern. So let's talk a little bit about it. So this is a cardigan. I used a very thick knit for this. So this knit is from Stone Mountain Daughter. I will link her down below. She does not have this one in any longer. She is sold out, but I'll link a couple of her other sweater knits that I think that would make this pattern up fantastically. This is by quite possibly one of the coziest knits I've ever made. So it is kind of, it's a double-sided knit. So it is bonded together. It's like 2 layers that are bonded together, and you can really see it like on the cut edge, that they're like tacked together, kind of like with little threads, I guess. So it's this marled heather charcoal gray on one side, and then this darker charcoal that has been like tacked with like a texture into it. So it's like wavy kind of. Oh my gosh, I love it. It gives such nice texture. It is so warm, very spongy, great stretch. This cardigan is like going to be worn all winter long because it's an insanely comfortable, cozy. Now I will say I was very excited to try the tie detail on this cardigan, and I love it in all of the pictures that Athina has on her website. However, in this knit, I think it's too bulky. I will put hopefully I've been showing you, or I will now, pictures of video of me kind of prancing around and twirling around in it. And I will show it open, which is how I probably will wear it most often, and then also tied with the tie belt. Now, the first time I made this, I did the tie belt per the instructions, and which is just taking like the long strip of fabric and then, you know, folding it in half and sewing it and then turning it right side out. That made a way too bulky tie belt for this fabric because, again, it's almost 2 layers of knit that have been kind of attached together, and it was just way too thick and just added way too much bulk around my waist, which is one of my thicker areas anyway. I don't need any extra bulk in that. So I went back and, hold on, let me grab the tie. Okay, I went back and I cut the tie half the width so that I only needed 1 layer, because I also thought, actually a friend of mine, my friend Jenny, recommended it. She's like, it's so gorgeous on both sides, you should just have like 1 strip of fabric basically, because it's a knit, so it's just cut and it's kind of roughly cut, but I kind of like that deconstructed look. So I sewed them together in the center waistband and then just top stitched my seams down and then just cut close to that. So when it's tied, you can see both sides of the fabric, which I'm like, that's a genius idea. And it took away a lot of the bulk because, again, this is basically, and you can kind of see on this how the 2 layers of fabric, they can kind of come apart in places, but they're tacked down together. I think it's tacking the wavy texture in the top portion of the knit too. So they're both somewhat thin knits, especially the top layer, but together they're just pretty bulky. So anyway, I did that for the tie belt, and I do like that a lot better. However, I think if I made this in a lighter weight sweater knit, I would definitely do the tie belt, and I think that I would wear it that way, because I do like a good wrap, and I love, you know, like a trench coat style. I really do enjoy that. So I think that if and I will make this again, I really love this cardigan. I love that it's shorter, which is a little different than the other cardigans you kind of see out there. You can make it long as well. That's the second view, but I really like this short view. I think it's very complimentary to my short stature. So anyway, I probably won't wear this much with the tie belt. Maybe, I might, but I really love it open. And again, this is one of the warmest things ever. It is so cozy. So yeah, anyway, love it. So that is it. That is my review of this pattern. It was a definite win. I loved all the finishing on this. It was somewhat similar to the Blackwood cardigan, actually, if you've made that, the finishing along the neckband and the hem. It's got the sleeve bands on it that I loved, the hem band. It just finishes off real nicely, and again, it was just drafted really beautifully. So if you're looking for a good cardigan pattern this winter, something a little different, I would definitely recommend that one. And again, for fabric, I will link down to Stone Mountain Daughter some of the stuff that she carries that I think would probably be pretty good. I've not tried any of the other ones, but I think they would probably work. I would buy them for myself to make this pattern, we'll put it that way. So that's it for now. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I cut my hair. You probably have noticed that now. Yeah, I cut bangs. I get bored with my hair very easily, and so, you know, I've only had this channel for 3 months, so you haven't gotten to know me super well yet, but I change my hair all the time. So, yeah, I did this yesterday. So, yeah, that might be the elephant in the room. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, she's done something different with her hair. Love it or hate it, whatever. Something different, and I enjoy doing different things. So anyway, on that note, yes, hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. Later on this week, we've got, I'm doing my 5 favorite coat patterns for any time of year, really. Anytime you'd be wearing a coat, fall, spring, winter. So that's coming up at the end of the week. And then next week, I will have my Sew My Style, hopefully. I'm waiting for some bra supplies to arrive. Hopefully this week, so I can get the bra and panties that is for the Sew My Style for November completed. But that review should be next week. And then, oh, what else did I have planned for next week? I'm drawing a complete blank. Oh, the Sew Frosting. The hashtag Sew Frosting is also due next week. So this is so hard. I film these videos like a week in advance, so technically for me, next week is Thanksgiving, but as you are watching this, Thanksgiving is 2 days away. So next week will be the last week of November, and that is when the end of the hashtag Sew Frosting is ending. And so I was going to show you my entries for that challenge as well. So those will be something to look forward to next week. So that is it for now. Please hit the subscribe button, hit a thumbs up if you liked this video, and I will see you soon.